Update from secret treasures to unexpected stardom with a door smash and gavel. Though the bid is final, the lockers held revelations no one expected. One actor disappeared, another suffered a scandal, and another was unwell. Did they survive? One narrative is unfinished. They struggled for abandoned storage units, but losing camera was more valuable. After the show, what happened? Who got rich? Who paid the ultimate price? This goes beyond nostalgia. The untold aftermath of reality TV fame, Storage Wars' ending will surprise you. Rewind for a moment. Dusty storage, a lock is cut. Opening doors squeak. A swarm of hungry bidders waits to see what's inside. Trash or six-figure treasure. That moment of high-stakes gamble made Storage Wars one of the most captivating reality series of the decade. Storage Wars, an A&D 2010 premiere, was reality TV's Wild West. The idea was simple but brilliant. Auctioneers Dan and Laura Dodson led a force of sharp-tongued, larger-than-life purchasers who competed for abandoned storage lockers. The unit was unopenable beforehand. Their only view was outside. Thus began the drama. The show was a household favorite because it balanced suspense, treasure, and rubbish. This is the story twist, not simply storage lockers. They brought the concert to life with their bold and memorable personalities. The trash-talking villain, the beloved collector, the on-again, off-again marriage, and a rotating cast of oddball newcomers kept things interesting. Storage Wars was reality TV gold because it featured everything we love. Drama, money, betrayal, great comebacks, and unexpected tears. Was the show successful? Definitely. Storage Wars had millions of viewers per episode in its prime. Storage Wars, Texas, New York, and worldwide adaptations followed. Fans couldn't get enough thrills. The show had 15 seasons and a roller coaster ride of cast changes, lawsuits, and real-life mayhem. Behind the scenes, things weren't always easy. A lot of drama spilled off screen. Personal tragedies, health worries, and explosive relationship breakups, as well as Dave Hester's lawsuit that exposed the show, made headlines. When fans thought the story was over, a surprise plot twist appeared. Andy confirmed Storage Wars' 16th season on March 5, 2025, following years of rumors. We don't know who's back or what delicious drama will happen, but fans are ready. Buzzy Reddit. TikTok nostalgia is gaining millions of views. Everyone wants to know where they are. Though the storage containers were silent, the cast members' lives were not. So brace up as we explore the Storage Wars cast's chaotic, unpredictable, painful, and inspiring lives. 10. Barry Weiss, The Collector's Journey. Barry Weiss from Storage Wars seized the spotlight without yelling or throwing a tantrum. Barry was the collector, but he collected more than antiques and stones. He collected moments, personality points, and legions of followers who tuned in to see what he'd wear, say, or drive next. His charisma and flair were more potent than his castmates' aggressive bidding or trash talk, so Barry didn't need to prove himself. Barry always made an entrance, whether in a classic Cadillac, a hot rod, or a James Bond car. He stood out in a chaotic show with his calmness and dry humor. Barry joked and nonchalantly pulled rare items from dusty boxes, while others yelled over ancient furniture, and fans loved it. Barry, a fan favorite, left Storage Wars after 4 seasons, but not because he couldn't keep up. Barry didn't need fame. He lived a full life before the cameras arrived. Barry, an antiques enthusiast and industry veteran, joined the show as a favor, but audiences couldn't get enough of him on screen. Barry's absence drained the show's enthusiasm, but it also boosted his mystique as everyone wondered where he was. Fans had a stunning response in 2019. Barry was struck by a car while riding his motorcycle in Los Feliz, California, and suffered shattered bones and internal damage. Updates were limited for weeks, spreading rumors. Some supporters expected the worst, but Barry returned with his usual quiet cool. Barry returned after months of recovery, many operations, and time away from the public spotlight. Perhaps older, but still Barry. He hasn't returned to reality TV since, but he's still around. Barry found enthusiasm in the new limelight. His role as Sherwood Valley Casino's brand ambassador in California was apartment flashy, high stakes, and just enough entertainment without reality show pandemonium. He's also done narration and commercials, showing he can hold interest off camera. Barry Weiss's journey is intriguing since he never aspired to be a star. He is one. his narrative isn't about popularity or career revival. It's about doing things his way, being himself, and being both low-key and memorable. Storage Wars fans knew Barry as more than a collector. He gathered cool. Actually, he still is. You think you've seen every bidder until you meet the couple that made thrifting an obsession and fashioned the toughest game in town. Edwina Registre and Shauna Dahan, the Thrifters, 9th. In Season 11, Edwina Registre and Shauna Dahan were returning Storage Wars characters. They completely changed the vibe. They added a new dimension to the show's bidding wars and locker room bluster. They were elegant, strategic, and in sync like a well-rehearsed duet. That their chemistry wasn't simply on film was unknown to most. That was long ago. Edwina and Shauna met in high school as orchestra viola players and shared a love of thrifting, which most teens disregarded. While their peers went to the mall, these two turned garbage into fashion gold by browsing secondhand shops. Early love of old items became a lifelong passion, and Thrifters Anonymous's trademark. Their Storage Wars appearance showed fans their universe. They bid on storage spaces, but their strength was how they evaluated value differently. Most buyers wanted antiques or treasures. Edwina and Shauna were curators as well as purchasers, looking for fashion jewels, unusual pieces, and unique findings that could be worn. They weren't forgotten after the broadcast like some reality stars. Instead, they focused on Thrifters Anonymous, their selling point. YouTube became their creative outlet, hosting thrift hauls, style changes, trip vlogs, and honest discussions. Their narrative is captivating because it feels natural. There's no forced or overproduced image, just two closest friends that transformed a passion into something more than their living rooms. From a $5 blazer to a confidence lesson, Edwina and Shauna have established a loyal following because of who they are, not what they wear. Few fans know that they were insurance brokers. Their story illustrates that you don't need to win every auction to win hearts. Sometimes all it takes is a thrift store, imagination, and a best friend who sees the sparkle in your dusty corner of the world. Storage Wars' heartbeat was Dan and Laura Dodson. They were the auctions, not just the hosts. Dan's quick calls and Laura's sharp-eyed support made the show lively. Their auction block chemistry was like a well-oiled machine. Dan and Laura were married and had decades of auctioneering expertise, unlike many reality show couples. Dan has called auctions since he was 11, and Laura joined him soon after they met and became the auction circuit queen. Dan ran the mic as Laura worked the crowd on Storage Wars, keeping the bids coming in. Their relationship was explosive and amusing, and you could feel the tension build as Dan's voice rose, and Laura locked eyes with the bidder, ready to close. Viewers tuned in for both the locker and them. Dan and Laura did much more than star in a TV show off camera. With American Auctioneers, they developed a business empire. A tiny family firm became a huge estate sales and storage unit company in California and abroad. But they continued. They also created StorageAuctions.net to connect storage facilities with bidders online. You can participate in a live auction even if you're far away. Best of all, they never stopped working. Dodsons remained busy after Storage Warfare ended. When the show returned for season 15, they were back. Laura with her catchphrase, "Don't forget to pay the woman," and Dan running the room like 2010. Their homecoming not only recalled the stories, but also showed that they never left. While several of the show's stars had off-screen problems, Dan and Laura stayed together. They've had challenging times, including Dan's 2014 twin brain aneurysm behind his eye and neck. Laura supported him throughout the ordeal, proving their bond goes beyond the auction block. Dan and Laura Dodson are now industry legends, not just reality TV stars. Fast-talking and smart instincts have left a legacy for fans and other auctioneers, demonstrating real effort. Whether on TV or operating their businesses, the Dodsons rule. 7. Mary Padian, the Junkster's Adventures. Mary Padian, known as the Junkster, stood out on the show with her ingenuity and weirdness. If you watch the episode, you know she bid on more than storage lockers full of lost valuables. She sees promise in trash. Mary's talent shines there. She has a knack for turning garbage into treasure, whether it's converting an old piece of furniture into a statement piece or repurposing random odds and ends. Mary's ability to turn her passion of junk into a brand and a meaningful existence beyond finding hidden gems makes her even more intriguing. Mary has only kept going since Storage Wars. She's converted her love of upcycling into a successful business called Mary's Finds. It's no ordinary business. It reflects her character. Mary's Finds, her antique upcycling boutique, began as a passion endeavor. Finding forgotten items with potential and giving them a second shot is key. Mary can identify promise in vintage furniture and old-school knickknacks, and she has a loyal following of fans. However, things get more fascinating. Mary owned more than a business. She continuously gave back as a philanthropist. Mary's loyal fan base isn't surprising. She is respected for her talent, business savvy, and personality off camera. Her life shows her beliefs, hard work, creativity, and passion to change the world. Dave Hester, the mogul, Story 6. The man, myth, legend, the one who made "yeah" a catchphrase. Shortly after Storage Wars premiered, viewers noticed him. His boldness and assurance helped him stand out on the stage. Despite the series' tremendous ratings, Dave wasn't in it for the fame. He enjoyed auctions, bidding battles, and finding buried gems, but he always wanted more than to be a TV personality. He was one of the most successful storage auctioneers due to his keen eye for precious objects and no-nonsense commercial approach. Dave's path goes beyond triumphs and major finds. The story is also full with controversy and legal intrigue, including a public conflict with Storage Wars. Dave sued Andy, the network behind Storage Wars, in 2012 for rigging the show. He said the producers inserted valuable goods in the storage containers to spice up the show and enhance viewership. Fans and media were intrigued by the daring claim. The drama surrounding the court dispute proved as entertaining as the show. The lawsuit and the possibility that a big reality program was fake were factors. Dave's case was dropped, but it strained his connection with the show and its viewers. Dave kept going despite the drama. Far from it, he could transform a setback into an opportunity. Dave stayed in the spotlight after Storage Wars. Instead, he used his experience to start Dave Hester Auctions, a great site to buy or sell high-end, rare, or antique objects. As of April 2025, Yelp lists this business as closed for unknown reasons. However, Dave's name still matters in auctions, and he's utilized that influence to build a business that represents his passion. His auction store sold more than garbage. It was about selecting desirable products with a keen eye and market knowledge. Dave was once the loud, competitive person on TV, but today, he's showing the world that he's more than a catchphrase in courtroom drama. The controversial Jared Schultz is fifth. Jared Schultz was never silent on Storage Wars. He and his partner Brandy were called the Young Guns from the start. Brandy and Jared bargain. They are new. They're the industry's young guns because of that. No bargaining skills, not only age-related. Jared was brash, confident, and naturally good at converting turmoil into profit. He challenged the show's big guns in bidding wars. His presence lit up every show, especially with Brandy Pasante. They were the unpredictable pair you couldn't look away from. Half reality TV spouses, half business partners, constantly one argument away from a meltdown. Jared worked hard on his own businesses away from the cameras. He co-owned Now and Then, a thrift and liquidation store that turned neglected rubbish into money like he did on the show. He said he needed a solid unit and the guts to invest on it, not a showy reputation. While some cast members focused on entertaining, Jared made sure everyone understood he was about business. A while, that persona worked. He was tough, ambitious, and direct. They changed drastically when the performance paused and personal lives took center stage. In 2020, fans were horrified to learn that Jared and Brandy had split in 2018, despite continuing to film together. Jared's public disintegration began after the split, making him more contentious. Following that disclosure, he was charged with misdemeanor domestic violence in 2021 following an Orange County bar fight with Brandy. The confrontation reportedly got physical, prompting police intervention. Jared pleaded not guilty, but his reputation was compromised. Recently, Jared has avoided the public glare and Storage Wars. Unlike many of his former co-stars, he hasn't kept followers updated on his life on social media. His previously successful store closed in 2016 due to unprofitability. He has not said if he'll return to TV or stay in private business. Jared's narrative is difficult because he was neither a villain nor a hero. Impulsive, ambitious, charming, but volatile. After Jared's demise, the next face lit up the auction block. She revolutionized the game with her youth and skill. Young auctioneer Emily Wares is fourth. Not merely her youth set her out in the high-stakes world of abandoned storage auctions. Emily was skillful and could command a room of experienced bidders with her bidding chant and steely look. She appeared young, fresh-faced, and quiet, so you might have underestimated her. She wasn't here to play games the moment she grabbed the mic. She gave the series a new energy that matched pandemonium with precision and polish. Emily was from an auctioneer family, so this was more than work. It ran in her blood. She has years of experience in auctioneering titles when she joined Storage Wars in its later seasons. Fans flocked to her. She didn't use tricks or drama. She was skilled. Her bilingual calling, quick delivery, and no-nonsense attitude rapidly cemented her trust with viewers and castmates. She wasn't competing with the room's loudest person. She basically did what she does best, led the auction, and kept it going. After the cameras stopped rolling, Emily kept going. She worked as a full-time auctioneer, traveled, and took on private contracts, putting even more into her passion. We went places. All national auctioneers' conventions were attended by us. She attends estate auctions, livestock fairs, and charity activities, showing she's more than TV ready. Her online presence shows this commitment. She often discloses auctioneering details, offering fans a glimpse into the drudgery that most reality shows skip. Most fans didn't expect the twist. Emily's second passion, music. Emily plays guitar and takes center stage when she's not commanding bids with her rapid-fire chant. She has quietly built a following and voice in country music by playing at modest venues, fairs, and festivals. Smooth, warm, and twangy enough for modern country. Emily was intriguing on the show because she earned attention rather than demanding it. With grace in her own manner, she made her mark in a world dominated by older, louder figures. Though she entered Storage Wars later, she created a lasting effect on fans and bidders. Third, Brandy Pasante, resilient star. Not only did Storage Wars make her famous, she became popular, a standout, and the reason many stayed watching. Brandy entered the turbulent world of storage auctions with intelligence, fearlessness, and uncensored energy from the start. She had no role. She was herself. That's why viewers liked her. Brandy became a reality TV legend without trying, whether she was mocking a ludicrous bid or criticizing her partner, Jared Schultz, for his impetuous decisions. Her relationship with Jared was electric. They ran a thrift store together, fought often, yet still worked well together. They kept spectators guessing with their hot-cold relationship, flirting or fighting. Would she storm out or win the next big auction? That unpredictability was TV gold. They gave the show its best moments. After the cameras stopped rolling, things weren't so ideal. Brandy confirmed in 2020 that she and Jared divorced in 2018, shocking fans who assumed they were still together. Their split ended the show's initial feel and their era. Breakups are often difficult, but this one was especially stormy. Jared was charged with misdemeanor domestic violence in 2021, following a bar fight with Brandy. A difficult public event revealed what was happening behind the scenes. In addition, Brandy had her own difficulties. Despite contracting COVID-19 during the epidemic, she shared her story. She discussed the physical and mental effects of the remaining symptoms. She then announced that she has Hashimoto's disease, a chronic thyroid autoimmune disease. This might have caused others to withdraw from public view. But not Brandy. She persisted. Fans respected her more because she was open about her struggle. She appeared alone in Storage Wars Season 15 on June 6, 2023. Without Jared or fights, Brandy does what she does best. She proved she could stand alone without duet turmoil. She was confident, serene, and in charge. Fans adored Brandy 2.0. But wait, there's more. Pawn Stars crossover rumors persist. Fans are excited despite no confirmation. Brandy has gained personal peace and stability. She's dating Clifford Beaver. Despite being single, she kept things low-key and wasn't aggressively looking for a new relationship. Her happiness is obvious. Brandy appears to have found balance after tragedy, health issues, and scrutiny. Her Instagram updates, live chats, and occasional posts show her world to her followers.